Hello everyone and welcome back to F1 23 Breaking Point. We're on to chapter 13, this is episode number 7, and we're up to the Austrian Grand Prix in the 2023 season. So let's get into it. We've had a bumpy start to the season so far, with Devon Butler not having a great run of form and then quitting Formula 1, and then Callie Mayer and Aiden Jackson not getting along well so far as new teammates in their first few races together. So let's see what the Austrian Grand Prix has in store for us. With rain forecast at the Austrian Grand Prix, Connor Spot are hoping that the gamble of an early pit stop for Callie pays off.
Okay, Callie, I'm sure you've got questions, but we think we know what we're doing here. We've got information that says more rain's coming, and so, because we're the first ones to come and make this change, we can turn it into an advantage. So on your out lap, let's make it all count.
Copy that.
Alrighty, our primary objective is to beat Alpine and Alfa Romeo in this race. Our bonus objective is to finish in
Aiden's in the pits. Aiden in the pits.
in the top 5, so we'll see if we can do both of those things. Perhaps one will come with the other, who knows. But anyway, we'll see. I mean, beating Alfa Romeo,
And gap to the car in front is 9.3 seconds.
assuming this is a relatively realistic running order, shouldn't be too difficult. Alpine, well, they're pretty decent. But anyway, we'll see how it goes as we run around the final few corners, and everyone else should be coming in to make their pit stops, because look at the rain, it is quite heavy. Wet weather driving's never really been my thing, and it is the first time driving in the wet weather in this game, so this will be an interesting test to see how this goes. But anyway, we'll see as we've moved ourselves up a few positions now into
Okay, car behind trailing us 2.0 seconds.
P15. So not a huge amount of positional gain there. We still have a lot of work to do.
Okay, P15. You're in P15. Tsunoda's ahead of you.
So we continue to push on then. 8 laps to go in this race. And as you just heard, we have Yuki Tsunoda right in front of us. And with a good run out of turn 1, we'll make the move on the Japanese driver, move ourselves up one position into 14th. We've got Kevin Magnussen in front of us now, and hopefully we'll be able to get some decent traction out of turn 3. It's one of my stronger corners around this circuit, and with a little bit of slipstream and good traction there, we'll get the run and make the move on Kevin Magnussen. This is the progress we need to be making if we want to get that bonus objective.
Brilliant, nice move, keep going.
We need to be passing a car or two each lap to be able to get there. Where is Aiden Jackson running, by the way? He's in 9th position at the moment. We move on then to lap 12. Couldn't make the progress early on the lap, but we make them a double move down the inside of Gasly and Albon. Gasly slipped through as well. Couldn't make the move anywhere else throughout that lap, because it's very hard to pass 2 cars at once. But Gasly was looking for that move on Albon, and we took that opportunity to go 3 wide into turn 9. And that worked out quite well for us. And next car up the road, Zhou Guanyu. And as we catch up to Zhou Guanyu, we go for the monumental dive down the inside from a long way back. Big contact on the apex of turn 4. But somehow we make the move stick, and we get away with no damage to the front wing, even on reduced settings that the Breaking Point series has. That was heavy contact, but we get away with it. We don't have time to be mucking around. We need to make these aggressive moves. Because we are fast running out of laps in this race. We need to be getting through the field and up towards our other opponents. So our next target is Aiden Jackson. Let's chase him down. So let's move on to lap 14. We're going to make the same move down the inside of Aiden Jackson, not quite as far back that we had to come from to get that one done. And we move ourselves ahead of Aiden Jackson at turn 4. And we get that done a lot more cleanly.
But I don't think we got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Our next target is Esteban Ocon in the other Alpine. We continue pushing on then, and we're on to lap 15 now, just 4 laps to go.
5 seconds.
We're in the P9, so we have plenty of work to do, though. Some of that work will be done for us as Esteban Ocon gets a rubbish exit out of turn 3 there, scrapping it out with Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso. We also have a good run on Stroll as we make the move down the inside. Stroll with a big defense there, but he won't stop us getting through. And Stroll with the switchback. And those Aston Martins are pretty quick, so they're going to give us a good fight. But we will be able to make the move on Stroll and move ourselves up and into P7. So just 2 places to go. Although Valtteri Bottas is running P5 in this race. He's having a mega run here in Austria. So we literally can't complete one objective without completing the other. Our bonus objective is to finish in P5, and we need to beat both of our objectives. I mean, we need to beat both Alfa Romeos and both Alpines just to pass the challenge. So, just to pass the chapter rather. So, we literally can't fail the bonus objective the way things are going. But anyway, so long as we pass the primary objective. But that is all assuming we can do that. First we need to pass Fernando Alonso, and we're having trouble doing that at the moment. We gain a fair bit of time into turn 3, struggling a little bit, I would say, on the apex, but we missed it by a mile. As we get a decent run on the exit though. We're going to need to go full send here once again. We can make a nice overtaking move down the inside here sometimes, and we do just that. But Alonso with a beautiful switchback there. And now we have DRS, so we potentially have some tools at our disposal. We might not need them though. Lunge down the inside into the left-hander, and we will get the move done. Alonso looks for the switchback, but he won't find it this time. We had that covered, and we finally make the move on Fernando Alonso. Move ourselves up into P6, and the next target is Valtteri Bottas, who holds 5th place, and the key to passing both of our objectives in this race. So DRS open now, and we are gaining and gaining on Valtteri Bottas. We're going to see if we can make the move down the inside into turn 4, late on the brakes, stop it on the apex, block the switchback, and we've got the move done on Valtteri Bottas. And we're nearing the end of the race now. In fact, we're catching up to Lando Norris on the final lap, but we just about run out of time. Another lap and we might have had him. But that'll be it. P5 for us at the Austrian Grand Prix. We achieved the targets. We'll cross the line for P5.
Congratulations, Callie. You keep going like that, you might just prove me wrong yet. Callie?
Well, we said at the time that it might have been too soon, but in hindsight, Connosport really did make the right call. Mayer made the pit stop, changed to wet tyres ahead of everybody else. That was a real turning point in the race.
Yeah, you've got to get these decisions right, and not everyone did today. It's great to see Connosport taking their chances like that. Wonderful race by Mayer.
If they want to improve on last season, they've got to try and do something different. Well, they did that today. They timed it well. And Mayer, well, she continues to impress. Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
Well, I wasn't expecting that from Davidoff, although it still seems like Callie wasn't talking to him, or just didn't know what to say, more likely. But I guess we'll see what happens next.
Fortune favours the bold.
The early tyre change for Callie allows her to get the jump on her competitors in the midfield and secure a solid points finish for Connosport at the Red Bull Ring.
Callie, great race.
What do you mean, prove you wrong?
I was just trying to congratulate you, that's all.
Prove you wrong about what exactly?
I didn't mean anything by it. I was just saying well done.
By reminding me how little you actually believe in me?
Callie?
You are a piece of work.
But it was a great race.
You said you keep him away from me.
I'll talk to him.
How is he getting involved on comms?
Well, he didn't ask, he just did it.
Yeah, he'll do whatever he wants until someone stops him.
I said I'll talk to him. That was a great result out there today. Let's forget about your father, okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Looks like he's found someone else to talk to anyway. Casper.
Hey, look, I've put measures in place to clamp down on who can access Team Radio now.
Thanks, I guess.
Look, it turns out your father talked Mark into it. Says something like, "You're not going to keep me off Team Radio on my own team."
Yeah, well, I guess Mark can be a bit of a pushover at times.
Look, I've stopped Davidoff from attending this press thing later, so that's something at least.
Oh, thanks for that. How did he take it?
Didn't like it. I think he sees all of this as publicity for Bottler Global.
Yeah, sounds like Dad.
Yeah. Look, I'll stop by later too, so see you there.
See you there. Mum.
Callie, I just got your text. Prove him wrong? He's got a nerve.
He really gets to me, Mum. I know I shouldn't let him, but I can't bear it.
Him and his little games. Call him out on it, Callie. Say something.
I did. I spoke to him.
And?
He said he didn't mean anything by it. He said I did well today.
Unbelievable.
What else do you expect? An apology? I don't know what to do.
You keep driving, Callie. That's all you can do right now. The rest is just fluff.
If only it were that simple.
Oh, fair point. Don't envy you, darling. Not one bit. I'll leave you be.
Bye, Mum.
Just because I have to point this out every time, Kelly's phone breaks in half yet again. Anyway, now that I finally have a chance to talk, I can finally discuss what everything that's just happened. So, hard to tell honestly if Davidoff is genuinely trying to fix things or not. It's hard to believe honestly, but who knows? I never know what to say about these sort of bits. I only know how to talk about cars. Anyway, let's have a little look to see what's in the news these days. Trackside chats, Davidoff Butler on Connor Sports. And in this, even Davidoff Butler says he had no role in the signing of Callie Mayer to Connor Sport. So potentially that will help our cause next time we have to answer that question, because it may come up again, who knows. The future of Connor Sport. Will Butler Global pull funding? I hope not. Best wet weather races, go. I don't think that's proper English. New comms clearance protocol. It says you'll find a new procedure attached, but there's no attachment. Apparently we now have to be careful what we say to the media about the team's financial situations. That's another thing to keep in mind. Congrats to everyone on the tyre strategy. Blah, 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 blah. They're making a big deal about this thingy, so I wonder if this is actually going to play a role in something. Let's hope not, because clearly I haven't been the best at this whole side of things. But anyway, I suppose we will see. Nope, we're going straight to the Italian Grand Prix. Thank goodness. No more decisions to make as of this moment. As the grid heads to Monza, fractures within the team continue to plague Connor Sport.
Hey boss, got a couple of minutes?
Alright, so trouble in the garage. We're getting reports of a bit of confrontation down in the garage, which we thought you should know about. Callie overheard a mechanic bad-mouthing her, and she called them out on it. That took me a million attempts to say. The mechanic called her privileged and out of touch, said she won't make it in F1 because she doesn't understand how punishing it can be. How do you want to handle it? We can do nothing, because Callie's already taken care of it, or we can discipline the mechanic. which I think is the option I'm going to go with. Callie calling out the mechanic is one thing, but hearing it from the boss is another. So that is the option I am going to go with. The Connor Sport feature article is out. While favourable to the team overall, the journalist did pick up on some obvious tension between Callie and Aiden. Questions in the press and on social media are beginning to circulate that there's a irreparable rift between the Connor Sports drivers. Okay. Alrighty. I suspect we'll probably get a phone call in a second. We usually do on this screen. Here we go.
Hey,
Guess who's on his way in?
what, Davidoff?
He just called the office. Arrange him a lunch, he says. He treats the office staff like his personal assistants.
He shouldn't be a drain on our resources. Look, I'll talk to him.
Can you let the garage staff know he'll be wandering around down there? And make sure we have the usual room set up for him?
Yeah, no problem.
Roll out the red carpet. Davidoff's in town. Last I heard he was joining us in Singapore, but today he just shows up.
Don't let him get to you like this. We'll handle him.
Remind me why I went into business with him?
At least you have an F1 team.
For now.
Look, he wants us to succeed.
Doesn't always feel like it, Cass. I'll see you in the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, hang on, we got more.
Callie.
People are saying Dad's heading in.
He is, yeah.
I thought he wasn't around this weekend.
Well, so did we. Listen, I heard what happened in the garage.
Oh, yeah. Look, please don't worry about that. It got a bit heated, but it's fine.
I can't have that behavior on the team. I'm giving the guy a warning.
Oh, is that necessary?
But it's not okay to talk about your own drivers like that.
Right. Well, you're the boss.
Yeah. See you in the meeting.
See you there.
Okay, perhaps Callie was a little surprised by that. But, yeah, that is true, though. Shouldn't have that kind of activity going on. But, anyway. Jackson on the move, question mark? The Spotlight article on Connor Sport that we just heard about. This is the section about the drivers not getting along. Confirmation once again that Davidoff will be around this weekend. Looks like tensions are starting to raise with the other members of the team as well, among the engineers and mechanics. So perhaps that is something to keep an eye on as well. Is that the cause of the slow pit stop? I know that was back in the days of Devon and Aiden, back when we had that slow pit stop in Japan, I believe.
Here comes that spare wheel now.
That's a long, long time to wait, just sat in the cockpit.
But was that a dodgy mechanic who, just like Devon Butler? And we've got Alyssa Lang mentioning the Spotlight article, but I've already taken a look at that. So with Davidoff around, other members of the team, aside from Callie and Aiden, arguing with each other, and another recent news article about the rivalry recently surfacing, let's move on to the race. What could go wrong?
Could you take a look at this, please?
Never mind, we have more little eventy things. I guess these aren't really... I guess they're sort of like the department events we have in the My Team series. But anyway, Andrea ambushed. What? Andrea was cornered by a reporter when heading out of the team hotel early this morning, asking if he regretted getting into Formula One. We know Andrea to be a passionate man. This, coupled with the already tense situation, may have made his response come across a little fiery. This one is a kind of interesting one. So we can put out a statement supporting Andrea. We can apologize to the reporter in private, or we can do absolutely nothing and let poor Andreo handle it himself, which we are not going to do. I don't think he's the type to handle that kind of situation that he's gotten himself into. See, I'm not sure I'm actually understanding the situation, though. Does it mean Andreo did answer the reporter's questions, just in a very fiery manner, and we're just reaffirming what he said if we click on support, and just in a less fiery way? Or did he say a bunch of bad things to the reporter, in which case we should apologize? I don't know. I don't fully understand what the situation is here. I'm going to go with the put out a statement to support Andreo and see how that one goes.
Everything else looks fine. It's just about that rear wing.
I don't want to sacrifice any more downforce.
It's okay, it's your call. Now, let's check the weather again in an hour.
Oi, oi! Did you miss me? Hello, sis.
Hi, bro.
Jackson.
Devon.
How are you, Devon?
I am excited. Very excited to be involved again. Now, you pretend I'm not here, you carry on, please.
Involved? How?
Oh, you know, just a little bit of this, a little bit of...
Involved? How?
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Huh. And what does Andreo say to that?
He'll agree, Casper. It's fine.
Were they pleased to see you?
People are always pleased to see me.
And what was your new role?
I guess you might call me a liaison. Yeah, I love to liaise. Dad wanted me to talk to people, keep people's spirits up, give some friendly words of advice, that kind of thing. But it was tough. Yeah, Aiden still had that ego. Still thought he was too good for the team. Wouldn't listen to Casper's advice, that was a problem. And then Andreo, he was worried about the future of the team. He had Dad breathing down his neck. And Callie, well, let's just say Callie wasn't really looking for my advice. The whole thing was a mess. I mean, honestly, I'd only been gone 5 minutes.
The whole thing was a mess long before you left, mate. Oh dear. Anyway, well, good old Devon's back. So add that to the pot of potential disaster here in Italy, and yeah, we'll see what happens to everything else that I outlined earlier. Anyway, here we go then into the Italian Grand Prix race weekend. With her brother's return certain to ruffle a few feathers at the already shaky Connosport, Callie focuses on the race and the continuing battle with her teammate Aiden Jackson.
The two Connosport teammates not exactly doing each other any favours this afternoon. For me, they're a little bit too close for comfort.
What is Aiden playing at? Takes it back off.
Okay, Callie, he knows.
Clearly he doesn't know.
Yeah, same old stuff. Jackson really wants to make a move out there, but Mayer, no chance, not letting him past.
Towards the Curva Grande we go, he's going for it. It's really close, it's too close. There goes Mayer's front wing. Oh, Aiden Jackson, what happened there? This now seems like a running theme at Connosport.
Yes, this race is critical for them. When are they going to just pull themselves together?
Okay, box please, Callie. Let's get that wing replaced.
This is a joke.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
Yeah, copy.
Oh dear. Here we go again. I thought all that was in the past, but evidently not. We are in 7th at the moment, and yeah, we need to pit for a new front wing. That is our primary objective. We need to finish ahead of Aiden Jackson. That is our bonus objective. So I guess we may get a new primary objective after we fit a new front wing. I guess we'll see. So into the pits we come then, and we will get it stopped without speeding. That's very good. And yeah, we'll get this new front wing on the car, and this is going to be I guess we'll see how many places we lose here. We've got 6 laps to go in this race, so we don't have a pile of time to get these positions back, but we will have brand new tyres on the car, which is good. So we'll see how it goes.
See these tyres through to the end now.
But anyway, we've dropped into P15. Goodness me, we have dropped a long way down the field. So Aiden Jackson running up in P6 at the moment, so we have a lot of work to do. The primary objective now is to finish in the points. I don't know if everyone else has a stop to make or not. Pit stops not shown on here. Oh, yes, they are. And yeah, everyone else has made a stop. We've made 2 now. So yeah, we've made an extra one. So yeah, that's unfortunate. No more advantage to be gained for us. And yeah, we just need to make back all of these places on track. So yeah, I guess we just have to go ahead and do it. Bonus objective is to beat Aiden Jackson still. It'll be a big effort for us to do that, but I guess we just have to go ahead and try. And just like in Austria, our first target is Yuki Tsunoda. Let's see if we can make the move down the inside into the second Lesmo, and we'll get the move done and move ourselves up a position into 14th place.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
It's only one move, but it came at a critical time because now we have DRS and it'll allow us to close the gap. We won't be able to make the move, but that'll get us close enough to make the move down the front straight. And a bit of a fishtail there on the exit. Struggling a little bit this stage. I've always had trouble with the Ascari chicane, to be fair, but as long as we can stay close to Hulkenberg through Parabolica, then we should be able to get a good run on the exit. And oh, okay, we'll just drive past him through Parabolica. That's fine too, as well as he has a good run, good straight line speed out of the Haas. But once we get the DRS open, he's got no chance. And my goodness, we are absolutely screaming down the straight. Look at that top speed with the DRS open. That is insane. Absolutely pushing that power unit to its limits. And yeah, I still don't know what power unit's in the Connosport car. Haven't tested that one yet. But anyway, we've moved ourselves ahead of Hulkenberg and up into P13. We continue pushing on, and we catch up to this very tight battle between Lance Stroll and Oscar Piastri. The Aussie just holding on to the position at the moment, but we're going to make the dive down the inside of Lance Stroll as we barge our way through and make the move on the Canadian at the first Lesmo. And now with the DRS, we're not going to get much competition. Oh, actually, Piastri with a good defensive move there. But with the straight line speed, not much you can do in that situation. And we make the move on Oscar Piastri now with a good bit of straight line speed for us again here. Can we make the move 3 wide down the inside into Parabolica, down onto the grass there on the inside? Bit sketchy, but we make the move stick, and that's a 2-for-1 deal. And we get past Logan Sargent and Esteban Ocon, and we move ourselves inside the top 10. Alright, next up in front of us we have Fernando Alonso. He throws the defense and will make the move to the outside as we head towards Ascari. This is a sketchy bit of track to be trying to make the move around the outside. We get a bit caught up on the curb, throws us a little bit wide through the next 2 corners, and eventually that runs us wide out over the exit. And that gives Fernando Alonso the chance to run down the inside into Parabolica, but we should be able to hang this around the outside. We've got so much extra grip, and Fernando Alonso's got no chance to fight that on the inside line. He's way back there, We've made the move up into P8 and we've absolutely slashed the margin to Aiden Jackson. It's down to just over 4 seconds now. But first we have to deal with Lando Norris, so let's see if we can make the move out of the Della Rogers chicane into Lesmo number 1. Down the inside, oh, a bit of contact, but we'll make the move stick. Lando did not see us coming there, which is probably fair enough. That's not a traditional overtaking corner, but with the pace we have, every corner is an overtaking corner, as we're now really closing into Aiden Jackson. So let's see if we can make the move, probably at Parabolica. With the rate we are closing, throwing it over the inside curve there, because we just have the grip to do that, and oh my goodness, this is going to be an easy pass along the straight towards Parabolica. Aiden Jackson using a lot of straight line speed there to hold on, but we will zoom it around the outside, giving him a bit of space there, and we will take the position. And I'm not sure who's going to get DRS. We will get DRS, and we'll use that to blast off into the distance, and we'll leave Aiden Jackson behind. And that's the position taken for us up into P6. We've got some cars battling up ahead, so we'll see if we can catch up to them. We continue on then, and we do have a bit of a scrap still going on in front of us, although only one of these cars is for position. That is Alex Albon going a lap down, but we have Nick De Vries right in front of us, and we will see if we can make the move in towards Parabolica. A big lunge down the inside. De Vries might get the switch back here. It's going to be close, side by side, as we bang wheels through Parabolica, and Nick De Vries is going to miss out on the top 5 finish here at Monza. We'll take it.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
But honestly, driver of the day, Nick De Vries, I think there. Goodness me.
So Mayer managed to pull it back in the end, but if this continues, Connor Sport are in real danger of sabotaging their own chances of a decent finish this season.
There is so much talent in that team, and yet they're their own worst enemy. The reason they're not making progress is each other. Ridiculous state of affairs.
And it's clear that Jackson continues to be the aggressor. Is it personal, Natalie?
Well, you know, it does seem that way from the outside looking in, but all I know is they just can't go on like this.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
Now, once again, another eventful race out there today for Connor Sport, Kelly. Is the team sabotaging its own chance of a decent finish this season?
Alrighty, interview time. For this first one, I decided to go with the option on the bottom. It seemed the most positive of the available options.
Absolutely not. We've already shown what we're capable of this season, and the car is feeling good out there. We're all focused on having as successful a season as we possibly can.
Everyone is talking about Devon's return to Connor Sport today, so is it good to have him back around again?
I really wish I had the option at the bottom unlocked for this one, but unfortunately that's not the case, so we're just going to go with the one on the right. He's still got a lot to offer.
I mean, doesn't matter what I think. The truth is, Devon's still got a lot to offer the sport. It's right that he's still around, and I'm pleased that Connor Sport has been able to facilitate that.
Well, look, I'm loath to ask how bad your relationship is between you and Aiden, but there's been more contact today, so just enlighten us.
I genuinely have no clue which one to go for. I could say, it's fine, ... That does not sound particularly convincing. I'm supposed to be downplaying the rivalry, so I'm certainly not going to say, not great, to be honest. That is not the correct thing to be saying. But the bottom option as well, there's always friction between teammates, blah, blah. That's not really the right thing to say either. Eeny, meeny, miny, mouse. I mean, one of the bottoms is the one with the thingy on it. Does that mean it's a better option? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's... let's go for it.
I mean, since when were two teammates the best of buddies? There's always going to be a bit of friction, so, you know. I want to win, and Aiden wants to win, and we get in each other's way a bit. That's the sport, that's F1.
Now, in the past, you've refused to acknowledge the role of your father in getting your current seat at Connor Sport. Why is that?
We kind of got in trouble for going with this option last time, and I'm not going to refuse to comment because I feel like that's going to get me in trouble too, so... yeah, and I got in trouble for denying it before, so I guess I might as well just go with it. It's probably going to get me in trouble this time because that's how that works, but yeah.
Of course I acknowledge him, but it's really not a big deal. I mean, if you have a contact somewhere, it helps your prospects. That's just life, and that's really all there is to it.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
I guess we'll see how those decisions went. The interview questions are genuinely tricky to answer, but anyway, that is a lot of text to read, so editing me can do that in a minute. The Connor Sport teammates continue to shoot themselves in the foot, with Mayer and Jackson getting into another on-track tussle at the Italian Grand Prix. Fortunately, Callie manages to turn it around and finish within a point, but it's clear to all that Connor Sport's problems aren't going away anytime soon. Alrighty then, back at home, or whatever, HQ, wherever we are. What's in the news these days? Oh, phone call.
Go on then, let's have it.
Is that any way to answer the phone?
Say your piece, mother dearest.
Well, fine if you want to be like that. I was just calling to say your media instincts are markedly improved. Gold star.
Thanks, Mum. That's reassuring, I guess.
You seem less hot-headed, more in control, more likeable, darling. It's good.
Because no one liked me before? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no. You can just be a difficult person to warm to, that's all.
Wow. Okay, tell me what you really think, Mum.
Anyway, I'll let you go, darling. Ciao.
Oh, we got more.
Hey, Andrea.
Callie, about Aiden. I want to thank you for your diplomacy, shall we say.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's what I would have said anyway. It's no bother.
You're a real pro, Callie. You neutralized the issue so well.
I can spin a story. It's in my blood, sadly.
Yes, we best not talk about where you get that particular trait from.
I'd rather we didn't.
Would be better if we could use those skills to make the story go away completely, but we take what we get. Thanks, Callie.
Okay, looks like we did the right things that time. So, that's good. We did good. I did some good things there. Hooray. Finally, after like a season and a half, I learned how to press the right buttons on the interviews. At least once. So that's progress. I know how to do things good. Alright. Connor Sport problems continue. Devin returns. Yes, he does. Can't wait to see what problems Devin is going to cause. I guess we sort of always knew that he was going to come back. I mean, he's like the main... I mean, he's not the main character, because the main character is always the one you play as, but... I mean, who is the main character of the story in Breaking Point anyway? Because, like, you kind of switch. I guess Callie Mayer is kind of the main character of this Breaking Point, but you sort of start as the main character being Aiden Jackson. But yeah, it's kind of strange. You sort of have 2 to 3 main characters because Devon is the main character for the start of the second season, for a brief moment. But yeah, it's a very strange dynamic of switching perspectives, and it does sort of, I guess, give you that real understanding of the different characters. But anyway, we continue to scroll through. Anything else interesting here? There were ones we've seen before, I think. Socials. Imagine where she could have finished without that extra pit stop. That is a good point. Genuinely curious. I probably could have won that race. No joke. For a second I thought that said Brozana. The swap to fresher tyres ultimately helped. Part of Jackson's master plan. Yes, of course. Alright, what's in the emails? Your new superior. Oh, great. Devon. New role, new email address. Use this one from now on. Tar. Tar. This is really strange. I don't think I've ever seen the word tar written down. That's kind of a strange thing to see. Stick to sir in public, that'd be great. You might actually make a career out of this motorsport monarchy. Devon Butler, team liaison. I don't speak these funny words. I only know Australian words like g'day and crocodile and see you later. Anyway. Andreo. Kelly, Aiden. Wait, he's not Australian. Whatever. What more can we say about this? You are professional F1 drivers. You do this for a living. That's not even an Australian accent at this point. Hundreds of people on this team dedicate every single moment of their working lives, making it the best team it can possibly be. You disrespect each and every one of them with your petty on-track squabbles. Be better. Andreo Connor, team owner, Connor Sports. Butler Global Racing Team. Okay, well, I'm not sure if that's going to make it into the video. I guess we'll see. And with that, that is going to do it for this one. So I will say thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to give me some feedback in the comments. It is always very helpful. And other than that, I will see you next time. Goodbye. Callie overheard a mechanic bad-mouthing... Oh my goodness. Callie overheard a mechanic bad-mouthing her, and she... Callie overheard a mechanic bad-mouthing her. Goodness me, that's a difficult thing to say sometimes. Callie overheard a mechanic bad-mouthing her, and she called them out on it. That took me a million attempts to say.